Hey, what is up, DCS Crew? It is Tuesday, July 7th, and it's time to check out who the current tenant is for my the pocket real estate, basically. So just doing a quick pocket check, and I got a buddy from Kizer that I have actually met up with quite a few times while I've been at Blade Show. He is a custom knife designer, but he also has quite a few production knives out, not only with Kizer, but through their Tangram line and a few other companies. Not to give too much away, let's just go ahead and show off the knife. This is the Kizer Rogue. All right, now this is one that has been a part of my collection for quite some time. It is a Dirk Pinkerton design, and it sports titanium handles, obviously because it is Titanium Tuesday, and S35VN steel. You can't really see it there, but there's the Kizer insignia as well as the model and the steel right there. Okay, sporting that really badass Wharncliffe that he is known for. And just to kind of talk a little bit about this knife, I picked this up on eBay from a guy who was a collector, and he's like one of those people that he's like, oh, you know, I like to collect really unique knives, but I just noticed that I kept collecting and kept collecting and kept collecting, and I just wasn't using it. I was like, well, send that shit over to me, man. I'll use it. So he sold it to me for actually a really, really good deal. But even at that, I do want to say this knife, if you pick it up, you know, brand new via retail, you can get it for a screaming deal, man. I got to tell you. And it's a great tactical style knife. The Wharncliffe design, you know, really lends itself well to, you know, cutting boxes, nice precision cuts, and it takes a fantastic edge when you use it on something like the KME, like I do. I mean, I've actually I hit this all the way up to, I think, 600 grit, starting at maybe about 300, because I went ahead and I reprofiled this to 20 degrees on each side, and bro, this guy is serious. Okay, I just gotta say. Now, interestingly enough, this version is probably one of the first iterations and first generations of the Rogue. As you can see, the clip has been all messed up, but this was an anodized blue deep pocket clip, and it was actually on this side, but it's been bent and rebent so many times from me using it and having it messed up in my pocket, that's how it looks right now. But this is actually probably one of the first generation designs, and you can tell because, number one, the way that the aesthetics of the knife have been done in this version, they were actually changed, I guess, from like later quality assurance, quality improvements. Like, for example, this part right here, if you notice, it kind of has like a kind of groove where it comes out like this. In the newer versions, I think it kind of like comes out, it's concave and rather than convex, or convex rather than concave. I don't remember which one is which, but it flares out rather than in. On the newer one. And then aside from that, they actually removed the deep carry clip, and actually they had one with holes in it as well. I don't know where the hell that one was from, but they replaced it with just a standard clip. This is the version with the deep carry clip. It is an open pillar construction, frame lock, and I really like how they did the titanium handles, but then they put these grooves inside so that the meat of your hands, and as you can see, it's pretty meaty, you know, can actually get in there and dig and get some really good real estate. I am not somebody who enjoys titanium handled knives, because of the fact that titanium is just, it's very smooth, and I just, for me, it's not really a big difference between titanium and that of, like, you know, like aluminum, like this Tangram right here, this Vector. Which, by the way, let me just go ahead and do like a quick size comparison. This is the Kizer Rogue, and you've already seen the Tangram Vector here. What else do we have? We got the Benchmade North Fork, all right, S30V and G10. All right, and let me see here. What else do we got? Best Tech Texel. This is an Adam Purvis design through Best Tech. D2 steel, pretty badass. What else do we have? Put this right here. CJRB Centros. This is a Dylan Mallory design. Love his designs, and he's a Georgia guy. So, aside from that, let's do one more, and why not? Giant Mouse Ace Grand. There you go. So there you have it as far as size dimensions. As you can see, it's not a very big knife. Dirk purposely makes his knives that way. I didn't mention it before, but it's something to be noted. He's really big on tactical knives, knives for self-defense. He has a lot of stories about times where he's had to defend himself, and a lot of his designs reflect, the needs that he has found that would benefit somebody that needs a small, usable utility style tactical knife. In the event that they need to use it to, open a box or, stab somebody or maybe, cut a piece of steak, whatever, But I actually talked to him at Blade 2018 about this knife, and he gave me a really good story about it. And this is based on one of his custom designs, obviously. And one thing that he did mention that a lot of people don't really talk about is how on this knife, a lot of people used to hate the fact that this wasn't a very long scaled knife. Like a lot of people found that their pinky was riding off on the bottom. Well, he purposely does that. It's so that they are easier to conceal. He has a lot of small stubby style fixed blades that he would carry as neckers, so that you can take it out. You basically use the stubby part against your I guess the swell of your palm, your hand, and then you can actually use it for stabbing motions and stuff like that. This one in particular, I've even seen people, create smaller versions and kind of, cut this down a little bit. But I felt like this was just right in the hand. The ergonomics were really good for this knife when it came out, and I believe that they still are. And in all honesty, no offense to Mike Janik from Spyderco. I know he has the Yojimbo out. This is a great alternative if you were looking for something similar, but that does not break the bank. You really should consider checking this out, even though this has been out for a while. CPM S35V in steel, titanium handles, deep carry clip on this one, although there are versions that you can find currently that do not have the deep carry clip. Still very, very well done. And, it's a nice frame lock. The frame lock, it sits really well once it's opened, and once it's closed. The action is excellent. He mentioned that this was never meant to be a drop shut knife because of the fact that it's on washers. But when I got it, I disassembled it, and the first thing I did was I took my strop, and after cleaning the washers a little bit, I went and I shined them up using different compounds on the washers, and I gotta tell you, it's actually not bad considering that it's running on washers. That's pretty drop shut for being a knife that runs on washers. So yeah, this is the Kizer Rogue. That's what's in my pockets today. This is my current pocket real estate tenant. Did change the name of these videos from what's in the pocket to pocket real estate because of the fact that it was brought to my attention by another YouTuber that they had been doing something similar for some time. Not trying to infringe on anybody, not trying to step on anybody's toes, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do this. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, pocket real estate. If you have any Dirk Pinkerton designs that you personally enjoy, feel free to go ahead and comment on them as well. And just remember, guys, no matter what you choose to EDC, remember, if you EDC, think of DCS. Thank you so much for watching today's pocket real estate video. Be sure to click like, and be sure to sub if you aren't already a sub. And if you have any questions, email me or reach me on my Instagram at Daily Carry Solutions, or just comment below. I'll see you guys later. Peace.